Hello, everybody. Buddy with Midland, Texas. In 2016, I was sending evidence to the Texas Attorney General, Greg Paxton's office. Okay, I get a message back from a captain there. Gregory Lucas advises me to contact the Texas Public Integrity Unit. They investigate allegations of corruption in departments. Okay, in Texas. In 2015, the 84th Texas Legislature passed House Bill 1690, which created a Public Integrity Unit, the PIU, within the Ranger Division of the Texas Department of Public Safety to investigate offenses against public administration, including ethics offenses. Okay, and so that was the right people to talk to. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Here's the email that I got from Gregory Lucas right here, and there's the date. It was on Valentine's Day 2017. Mr. Webb, my name is Gregory Lucas. I'm the law enforcement liaison for the Office of the Attorney General. Your email was forwarded to me. Our agency does not have the jurisdiction to investigate your complaint. The Texas Rangers has a public integrity unit. You can send your email there, okay? And then I wrote them right then. I said the public integrity unit, under the advice of Captain Gregory Lucas, okay, included is the previous 42 emails. You'll find irrefutable and undeniable evidence of many serious crimes, including a capital murder attempt on my life. It's suspected that some of these crimes were committed by law enforcement. A group of criminals dressed like police who are believed to be police were caught sneaking into my home, stealing evidence, and staging the crime scene of the capital murder attempt on 1/29/12. The police reports show that the first entry to my home was on 2/1/12. At the time, I've later found out they were withholding the police report. Okay. And so here I want to show you, they assigned Jeffrey Strain, Texas Ranger Jeffrey Strain. He's from Midland, okay, on February 22nd. And he said, Mr. Webb, technically I'm not with the PIU, which is based in Austin. Yes, you contacted them as advised by the Attorney General, but they assigned me to look at your allegations, And he was, I was suspected he'd be biased, local friends with these secret police. And that's what I found out was the case. And he didn't do nothing. Okay, no matter all the evidence I sent him, over 70 emails. And here was just a Facebook post I saw from a woman out of Carlsbad, Melody Mustang McClintock. And it was Christian Strong, don't judge someone just because they sin differently than you. I wonder if that was about the P ring. But anyway, she wrote, she says, I noticed there's an awful strain of judging going around. And that was around the time I'm sending these emails to Jeffrey Strain about these crimes and murders. So that told me somehow she knew about my emails, which I figure she knows somebody's breaking into my house, and that's how she knew about my personal emails to a law enforcement officer concerning multiple murders. Okay. Now I want to show you. Here's a picture of Jeffrey Strain right here. He was the local, Midland, Texas Rangers assigned to my case. Okay. Now, here, I want to show you one of the emails that I sent him, and I think this was very important, okay? This is April 4th, 2017, and I said this home was rigged with hidden access before I moved here. It's gone on for 6 years, not to mention the murder attempt and intentional maiming and mutilation of the hospital, but I believe the biggest crime, which is what I was told by the ex-concerned and the doctors. She whispered in my ear with 100% sincerity, the secret is that a group of doctors are killing people for profit. I believed her then. I believe it now, except I have no proof. You have a recording of her admitting to extortion, which could be used to get more information from her about these doctors and all these other crimes. Okay. And remember that she told me about a drug which would cause cancer and then hinted that they were using this drug. Okay, I suspect the same people that falsified my medical records are with the group and most likely planned my death in advance. They would expect me to die after being shot directly in the artery with my phone lines cut. Okay, and he writes back and says, how would a doctor make money killing people? Well, there's a lot of ways. Come to find out, the ER doctor that was there when the x-rays were fake turned out to be the brother-in-law of the ex-wife. But anyway, I want to show you that email, and that's what I want. It's going to be here. I've testified in court under oath. Same thing. The secret is a group of doctors going to be profit. What she didn't tell me the entire time we was married is that her brother-in-law was a doctor. And he turned out to be my doctor on the night I was shot and when the x-rays were fake. My first proof came at the office of the late Dr. Glass. We took x-rays. He put it on a light box. I took that with the 2012 camera on the light box, and I printed out X-ray and then the X-rays, and I was pointing out that a broken toe right here, see it's broke, was missing in his X-ray. It was recent too. I just broke it a few months before the murder attempt, and that's what proved they wasn't my X-rays. They took the X-rays of somebody else, put my name on them. And my second proof, I noticed at the X-rays dated from the night of the murder attempt, right after I shot, the heel bone's missing. See, it's missing. This is what my heel bone looks like. And now look here in the X-ray. What wasn't shot off, that wasn't my foot. They took the X-ray of somebody else, put my name on them. Okay, this X-ray is 4 months before. That's when I broke my toe. That's why I got that X-ray. Okay, but see here, all the pellets and all that, and the missing heel bone. Well, I saw I had one small hole in one side, a little bit bigger hole in the other side. Even the ER doctor himself, my brother-in-law, he wrote he has a through and through gunshot wound that appears to be come from a shotgun. Appears, because I wasn't shot from a shotgun. But the only person to say my heel bone was gone was Detective Rosie Rodriguez, who I believe knew that they were going to fake my X-rays and then try to cut my leg off. And that's what they tried to do. They did cut part of my leg off. They did a partial amputation. Okay, and here's my third proof was the ER report. The brother-in-law, the ER doctor, ordered 3 X-rays. Secret lab tech right here, user in interface, canceled the doctor's orders, ordered 2 X-rays. Okay. And then secret lab tech brings back X-rays that are timestamped 10 minutes before they were originally ordered. Okay. And so, to this day, we can never get secret lab tech user in interface identified. Okay. But what I did find here was that Dr. Hinton, had charged the insurance company for X-rays, and his name was not on the ER report as being there. Everybody else's name was there. So maybe he was user in interface. That's still unknown, but I wondered. A few months later, Dr. Hinton, right here, Thomas Hinton, he did a radiological report on other X-rays I did, and he said gunshot wound 11712, comparison made from 11912. Okay, and that's what he said right there, 11912. The problem is I was shot 11 days later on 12812. He wasn't looking at my X-rays, and this wasn't a typo because that's 2 different dates. They'd have to make 2 typos on the same document, and the odds of that happening are just out there. It wouldn't happen, and so he wasn't looking at my X-rays, and I think he was looking at the X-rays of the guy that was shot 11 days before me. They used his X-rays, and put my name on them, and they did that because he was shot with a shotgun. I wasn't, and they was trying to cover up this failed murder. That would have made the sister-in-law of the ER doctor rich and gave her the home in the backyard, and that's the big deal. Okay, and then a friend on the internet or on Facebook, she says, wrote me, says, I went to school and graduated with Jeffrey Stain, Texas Ranger. I know for a fact he's personal friends with MPD officer April Chandler. She was one of the secret police I had a reward offered for. So sir, I highly doubt him not helping to cover up things his friends were involved in. I ended up reporting him to the PIU because of it, because I believe that was the bias, and that's why he didn't do anything. Okay, here's where I was going around offering a reward for the police, the secret police. That was the ones caught on camera at my house covering up the murder attempt, and April Chandler was one of them. Okay, this was the first time in the history of America a crime victim offered a reward to identify police, and not a news story in the nation, and no arrest. Okay, they're covering up a premeditated capital attempted murder. Rosie Rodriguez, April Chandler, Tony Dickey, Greg Chadwell, Greg Nelson, Marty Barrett, Chad Simpson, Mike Nader, Mark Gilliam, Michael Glick, and John Woodward, a sheriff in Martin County, whole nother county. Okay. Now here I want to show you here just one of the many things that April Chandler did. This is an hour after I'm shot and my phone line's cut. She's filling out a form. Officer April Chandler, the friend of Texas Ranger Strain, at 11:03, 1 hour after I crawled out. She said, Mr. Webb showed paranoia to the extent that he shot. Oh, and she scribbled that out, knowing that was a lie because I hadn't shot myself. He caused himself to suffer a gunshot wound. She's saying I caused criminals to break in my home, cut my phone lines, and shoot me. It was my fault. Okay, she was probably talking about the trap burglar. And I want to finish this out because I seen this here in 2023, January 26, 23, that the Officer of the Year recipients was Jeffrey Strain. And as far as I'm concerned, he covered up the capital murder attempt on my life, but also the 4 other murders, deaths happening here, and the doctors that are killing people for profit. And that's man, woman, child. That's your family, folks, because they're not just killing one person for profit. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.